frugal living tips from the Great Depression. Hey there, fellow frugalistas! Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into the past to uncover some amazing frugal living tips from the Great Depression. It's fascinating how our grandparents and great-grandparents managed to stretch every penny during those tough times. And guess what? We can still apply those tips to our lives today. Before we begin, let's take a moment to appreciate the ingenuity of our ancestors. They had to be incredibly creative to make ends meet. So, without further ado, let's explore some frugal living tips that stood the test of time. Tip number 1, make do and mend. During the Great Depression, people didn't throw things away at the first sign of wear and tear. They repaired them. So, if you have a pair of jeans with a small hole or a button missing from your favorite shirt, don't rush to replace them. Get out that sewing kit and bring them back to life. Tip number 2, the power of simple meals. Back then, people cooked with inexpensive ingredients and made simple, nourishing meals. Beans, rice, and root vegetables were staples in their diet. So, why not incorporate some of those affordable and healthy dishes into our meals today? You'd be surprised how delicious and cost-effective they can be. Tip number 3, grow your own food. During the Great Depression, many families turned their backyards into mini farms. They grew vegetables, fruits, and even raised chickens for eggs. Today, we may not have as much space, but we can still cultivate small gardens on our balconies or windowsills. It's not only a great way to save money, but also a rewarding and sustainable hobby. Tip number 4, repurpose and upcycle. Thriftiness was key during the Great Depression, so people repurposed and upcycled everything they could. Old clothes were turned into rags, jars became storage containers, and broken furniture found new life. Embracing the art of repurposing not only saves money, but also gives a unique touch to your home decor. Tip number 5, embrace a make-it-yourself mentality. Back then, if you needed something, you often had to make it yourself. From homemade cleaning products to DIY furniture repairs, people took matters into their own hands. So, channel your inner handyman or handywoman and start tackling small projects on your own. It's not only empowering, but also budget-friendly. Tip number 6, reduce, reuse, and recycle. During those challenging times, waste was not an option. People would find clever ways to repurpose items and reduce their consumption. So, before you toss something in the trash, think about how you can reuse or repurpose it. Get creative and give new life to old items. Tip number 7, barter and trade. Money was scarce during the Great Depression, so people often relied on bartering and trading goods and services. Nowadays, we can still adopt this practice by joining local swap groups or organizing neighborhood exchanges. Instead of buying something new, see if you can trade with someone who has what you need. It's a win-win situation that saves you money and fosters community connections. Tip number 8, energy-saving habits. Electricity and fuel were expensive luxuries back then, so families had to be mindful of their energy usage. We can take a page from their book and practice energy-saving habits today. Turn off lights when you leave a room, unplug electronics when not in use, and embrace natural light whenever possible. Not only will you save money on utility bills, but you'll also reduce your environmental footprint. And there you have it, my fellow frugalistas. 8 timeless frugal living tips from the Great Depression era that we can still apply today. So, let's honor our ancestors' resourcefulness, stretch our dollars, and make the most of what we have. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and share them with your friends.